The fuck was that?
Because Moyes. Okay, cool. All right, ready, set, go.
Aliens on the border.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found.
Faster than light, spaceship of the future.
By direction of the President of the United States, stay in your home.
Is it human or inhuman? Earthly or unearthly?
Born in that swirling inferno of radioactive dust, there is no word to describe them.
We may be witnesses to a biblical prophecy come true.
Why is it that we usually ignore the fourth dimension?
Is this the human race of the future?
Aliens on the border.
Hi, and we have a huge announcement to make. We have a very new, very cool special guest co-host, new co-host, Kevin Loredo.
Hi.
It's me. I'm staring at the camera like my soul has been crushed, my guy. I was like already like yes, and I'm like fuck.
No, so we have a new co-host in the house. Roger unfortunately got vaporized
By the
by the heat of fucking Laredo because it's hot on the streets of Laredo.
Oh, segue, baby.
Nah, so anyways, already hi.
Hi, I'm Orly. I'm gonna be the special co-host for this episode. The main guy running this shit, of course, is my friend Jaush. We just became friends not too long ago.
Hi.
And we're gonna be talking with Kevin Laredo. His name's not Laredo. But we're going to be talking about his new podcast, and we're going to be talking about a bunch of random shit as well.
Yeah, so give us a breakdown, Kevin, of what your podcast is.
Are we going to talk about both of them?
Yeah, we can
talk
about
we'll
both.
talk about
So
both. We'll talk about
okay.
both, yeah.
So the first one I really want to talk about is the On the Streets of Laredo one. That one specifically, if we want to do it Josh's way, is going to be strictly a Texas true crime podcast, which is pretty dope on my end. Basically, I'm just going to look into cases specifically in Texas, just talk about them, try to make it as, what's the word? Like theatrical? Put sound effects and shit on it. Make it submersive, I guess. So
make that shit slap.
Immersive, bro.
Immersive. Wait, what did I say?
Submersive?
Submissive.
What the fuck? We're fucking dominatrixing on
I
you.
studied English.
Dominatrixing all
I studied English in college,
it's
I swear.
Red. It's fucking red, you liar.
It's red?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I honestly thought it was blue.
For those of you that are listening, the live cam is red when it's recording, and I said, "Oh, it's red," and he's like, "No, it's blue." So I was tripping out for like a good 5 minutes, thinking I was like, "Fuck."
So yeah, I'm gonna mainly do that show and try to produce it as well as I can. And if anyone has any recommendations, I don't want a list, but if you have any specific like cases you want me to cover, whether it's local, because that's the main thing that I'm gonna try to do, and it's like local cases and shit. Like for example, like the green monster that we had recently this past fucking year.
What do you mean?
The
Elaboration.
Border Patrol.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what
The green monster.
That's what they deemed him and shit, because he killed more than 3.
Monstro verde.
Yup. So that's one example, right? And obviously we're gonna do more.
I think you should add a disclaimer. This isn't for like the faint of heart type
Yes.
of podcast.
100%
It's
it's
gonna be an intense.
It's gonna cover fucking cannibalism, murder, obviously, right?
On that note, I wanted to talk a bit
Insanity.
about this one track that dropped recently. It's called Small City Big Dreams by the local rap artist Jay Zilla. And on one of his verses, he makes a reference to that one border patrol that killed the baby and the wife or the side chick. The side chick was his homie's sister.
Oh shit!
Right. So he has a line, something about like, what does he say? He killed my, I don't trust the border patrol, bled my homie's sister to death, slit the 1-year-old throat. Fuck, I don't know, something like that.
Damn, it's cold, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking cold.
It's a hard bar, dude.
It's a hard bar, but it's cold.
a hard
bro.
bar,
it's
dude.
chilly out here, bro.
Is it the one from? I think I found it. Yeah, I'm at this one.
Yeah, that's it. There you go. I was gonna tell you, like, if you
Anytime I fucking laugh when I see a fucked up case, I really just want everyone to know I get excited for it. That's why I laugh at how ridiculous it is.
He's a necrophiliac, dude. Don't listen to him.
No, please. don't slander me.
But so yeah, man. So that's On the Streets of Laredo coming very soon. What's the first episode about? Can we talk about that a bit?
I'm excited for this.
You don't have to go like super.
It's
details,
about fuck. What is it called? There's a word for it. Let me double check what it
infanticide.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, if it's baby, then yes. If it's the one I'm thinking about, then yes. No.
Is it?
Damn, I didn't know.
Is
there
it
was a
when
word for
like
that
parents?
shit.
It's basically just parents killing children.
Yeah.
Postmortem depression or something like that?
Fuck.
Something side.
Fraternicide? No, paternicide?
Paternicide.
Nah, I don't know.
Fraternity.
Regicide.
Filicide.
Filicide.
Filicide. It's basically when a parent killing their own children. And there was one recently that didn't technically happen, like in a sense of like her killing the child, but she tried to hide the body. And that's part of the whole hiatus corpus fucking shit that the people like to talk about here. So basically, should I just talk about it?
Yeah, I mean,
it's just a taste of it.
Yeah,
it's a small. It's
snippet.
the only like local case that I could find that involved like babies and shit. Besides the one with like that chick, I think from San Antonio.
I just gave you a new one though.
Odie Sanchez, right?
No, not the Odie one. But there was one where like some chick killed her baby and put it inside her drawers. She wrapped it up like in sheets, rubbed it with soap.
Why would you think? Why would you think
Dude,
that would work?
That's my train of thought and shit. Like,
hide my homework, pretend it doesn't exist,
Yeah.
like that type of shit.
my concept is if you're gonna hide a baby that's already been born and given a number, because everyone who is born basically gets a social security number.
Instantly,
If
yeah.
that number is not there in the system, like by the time it's 5 in school, it's fucking like a red flag.
Alarms everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
So like, for example, like the one that was here recently, and obviously with all respect to the families and stuff like that, but there was one with the little baby Rebecca Zavala.
I remember that.
She basically was left unsupervised inside of a. Basically, she was like bathing or whatever. The mom fucking leaves for a bit, for like I don't know how long and shit, but the baby ultimately just drowns.
Like in a bathtub. No.
Damn.
So she comes back, she freaks
But that
out, she
was more
calls
like
the husband.
manslaughter? Or oh wait, I'm sorry. Keep going.
Basically, it's just child endangerment at that point. That's what they charged her for.
Damn.
That's fucked up. It's sad.
So she freaks out because she obviously sees the baby. I'm pretty sure she tried to be like, resuscitate the baby or something. I hope so, right? Hopefully her first thought wasn't like, I gotta hide this bitch, right?
Fuck.
Like, so she freaks out. She sees the baby or whatever, and then she calls the husband. This is more or less what the timeline goes for. She calls the husband, and then the husband's like, all right, we gotta hide this kid, I guess.
That's crazy.
So they put it inside a bucket, 5-gallon bucket full of acid, and they keep it inside their closet for like 2 days.
And it just
Jesus.
so they go like Sicario style.
Basically.
Damn.
So just and then
That
some
was
neighbor
here?
that was here. That was
Fuck.
here by Jefferson Street or whatever. So by the west side.
West Side.
Off the train tracks, like legit just off the train tracks, there's like some apartments there. I told Nora that I was like, I'm gonna go pass by just to see how the place looks like and maybe take a picture.
Damn.
And she's like, don't fucking go. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, can't tell me what to do.
So you went and then
No, he didn't go.
No, I went.
Ah.
I don't think she knows.
Well, now she will.
Nora.
No,
I
she
know.
knows if you're watching this.
She's not watching, by the way.
Yeah, she's not. She's at work.
She's like, I'm not gonna support you and your fucking your murder fetish.
Fucking
Dude, she's slightly like, what's the word?
turned off.
By it a little bit, but because it just randomly came back. Because I always used to be into this shit, but more importantly, like it used to be unsolved cases, like people missing. That's what interested me in seeing like as to what they've done so far to get to it. But then I started listening to Sword and Scale, which is a highly recommended like true crime podcast that my brother like recommended me, and then from there I was like instantly hooked. Like it was just him talking about cases of like all over the United States and even like out of the country and shit.
He went back to masturbating to snuff films.
Yeah.
You got me. I give up.
It cuffed me.
Cuff me, coppers.
Cuff me, coppers, and choke me while you're doing it.
No, but yeah, I got really like into the whole Ah, la ver.
Dude, that's tripped me out for a second. Fucking airplane, no.
Dog.
We're flying.
Can people even hear that?
No, I don't know. Maybe they might hear like a slight in the back.
Oh, okay.
There's an airplane passing by, and I thought we were gonna die.
Yeah.
In honesty,
It's North Korea, dude.
It's North Korea. It's Red Dawn, bro.
best Korea.
So yeah, that's what basically got me into more of it, and then I just started binging like documentaries on it one more time, and then now I'm being more vocal on it because I've always got interested in that, which is why I studied like psychology and shit. I wanted to look into the more abnormal shit.
Criminal profiler.
Yeah.
So
Well,
did you already finish Mindhunter or no? The new season?
Yeah.
Fuck, I haven't touched
Dude,
it.
I haven't even seen any of that.
You
Like,
should.
not even one.
You're gonna fucking.
Where is it at on?
You're
Or
gonna-
Netflix.
Netflix? Fuck, someone needs to give me it. Yo, anyone out there?
You're
I'll
gonna-
trade you a Hulu account for a Netflix account.
Sorry, bro. I have both.
Yeah, me too.
I'm talking to the people.
Oh, okay. Hey,
The
people,
public.
comment your Netflix password.
Nah, just DM
Oh,
me.
shit,
DM me. DM me and I'll send you my Hulu account.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Do you have HBO on your Hulu?
Yes, sir.
All right, there you go. You can benefit from that.
Yeah.
I'll trade you
Dude,
that.
when you brought up the
You're
missing
trading?
cases thing,
I'll trade you HBO for Netflix.
Now you're interested, you pussy.
I don't know, dude. I thought you were just offering me commercial as Hulu
Hulu?
and shit.
No, dude, it's commercial free and got Hulu on that.
That
motherfucker.
promo.
That's
though.
the
And
shit,
got
bro.
Hulu.
That's the
Shit,
shit.
got HBO on that.
don't
bitch.
you wait? Don't you get Spotify with Hulu?
No, but I mean, like, I work at Starbucks. I get free Spotify off of them.
I'm gonna have to go ahead, rewind that, and bleep that out. You work where? I just like Starbucks.
Wait, I thought this was raw and uncut.
Yeah, it is.
Why you
I'm fucking
editing?
kidding.
I work at Buckstars, and they gave me free Spoofify.
Fuck stars. Star fucks.
Fucks.
No, fuck. What was he gonna say?
I'm sorry for people hearing me eat.
Oh yeah, they're probably gonna get annoyed by that. ASMR.
No, stop. I
dude,
hate
that fucking
you.
sounds gross. Yeah, so there's a missing persons case that I saw recently on one of Nukes' videos,
Oh, shit.
and it's this like college chick that lives somewhere where there's snow a lot of the time, and she just vanished. And I really, this is going to be a horrible explanation for it, but I'm sorry. Look it up. I don't know the name of the chick. I can't remember that. I saw it a while back. But anyways, so on the anniversary of when the chick disappeared, some guy drops like a weird ass creepy video, like insinuating.
yeah,
You know what
he's
I'm talking
laughing,
about?
yeah, he's
Yeah, and
laughing.
it's just like fucking weird.
Mhm.
And
the name of his username, wasn't it the girl's name or some shit?
something related to
Oh,
where the
shit.
chick
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
disappeared.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's-
the
that's
video
fucked
itself
Oh
is
yeah,
fucking crazy.
because like the last known address where she was last seen alive.
Right, something
And then
like that.
and then that was his user, was the
Yeah,
address.
Yeah.
And it's just some old guy laughing.
And it looks like has like
It's
a weird like
fucking
red
creepy.
filter,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It looks
Fucking
fucking like straight out of a
creepy as
horror
shit,
movie.
dude.
Nothing scarier than the fucking color red and just red and black contrast.
Yeah,
Like
for
just
dude.
pure there.
And
And
that guy's
you don't
face just
understand.
looked horrible,
like
dude.
you don't understand why he's doing it. It's just like so out there that they even like they went to him, they found him and shit, and they questioned him,
And they couldn't. I mean,
they had nothing
there's
to do
nothing.
with him.
Yeah,
There's nothing to do with him. Like they had nothing
But
with
that was
the
just
evidence
creepy.
or some shit. Fuck, I can't
that's
show
one
it.
of the weirdest.
He
Like,
took off his head. I'm gonna take off mine.
why?
I'm not gonna take mine off because my hair's all fucked.
Is my hair fucked?
Yeah, dude, put your hat back on, please.
You look so good here, though.
I'm just playing.
I'm just gonna,
Now, do you,
I'm
bro?
just gonna act like
So-
I'm cool.
And then one of the other on that same video, one of the other ones that's weird is like where the chick in the hotel is like freaking out in the elevator and shit, and then she just disappears, and they find her like in the reservoir on the on the roof. That was wild as fuck. Like, what the fuck happened there? Just fucking.
Dude, sometimes it's like, and that's why like a lot of people are really gravitating towards Mindhunter because they're actually like bringing like direct quotes from like those interviews they did with like fucking Ed Kemper. Fucking, obviously, they're even like not promoting. They're also like doing cameos of fucking.
Spoiler alert! But who is the guy that they're insinuating is the second one that they're gonna hunt?
BTK. Oh wait, from season 2.
Yeah.
Wayne.
Oh.
I'll just give it the first name. It's Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
No, but it's
he has a famous Starfucks drink, right? Named after him.
Who Wayne? Oh, it's ask him. I don't fucking work there. But it's
Yeah, he does.
his name. Should I give the name?
Whatever, dude. It's fucking a part of history.
Al Chile,
right?
dude. It's like part of the fucking 70s. No spoiler alert here, dude. What the fuck? Like,
yeah,
I
spoiler
even,
alert.
The moment like they brought up Georgia and the fucking kids and shit, I'm like, oh fuck, it's Wayne. Like,
it's fucking Wayne, Bruce Wayne.
I don't like the pacing of it. That's my only thing about season 2. The pacing of it was too stretched out, and then they kind of rushed it towards the end, in my opinion.
Oh man, because the first one was dope. The first one was like perfect pacing.
Yeah,
it was just like rah.
But that's because they didn't have technically a target of sorts. They did like have 2 cases that they solved like for season 1. But
that's
like,
where they were able to create the profiling aspect of it.
And they focused more on Ed Kemper, which made me like look into his shit more instead of the co-ed killer. And it was like fucking insane.
It's hard to imagine like what it was like before the whole idea of like profiling a serial killer was like, right? Because then like
dude,
a lot of people were like
ass because like no one was connected. Now everyone's connected and shit. There's a database for like criminals and shit.
Right.
So like if someone is murdering people like in California a specific way, right? Like let's just say they're cutting off like the fucking ring finger and a pinky only, and they start seeing that shit like on the East Coast, they're gonna combine those two. They're gonna link them up and be like, oh shit, he probably traveled here, so let's keep an eye on both coasts. Because the same thing happened with the guy from the Golden State.
Oh, the fucking
guy.
Strangler dude?
Yeah.
Because
he was doing like 3 fucking counties and shit.
They caught his ass.
They caught his ass recently.
Recently.
Like, yeah.
He was old as fuck too.
God, Chile, he was like 70 something, I think.
He was putting people in fucking chokes.
Dude, I was watching a video of it this morning, and Nora's like making fun of him because like the moment he went to court and shit, he was just like fucking fish. Just fucking like
Pikachu faces.
He was trying to pretend to be like an old
senile
disabled, senile fucking fuck. And he's just like in a wheelchair. He's just like fucking malito and shit or something. It's like, nah. The judge is like, the judge is like, nah, fam, your fucking neighbor snitched you out, dude. Like you're like stronger than fucking 70 dog. You're like 50 and shit. Like what the fuck? So
you're out here chopping wood, bro.
We seen you, bro.
But yeah. Anyways, but yeah. Season 2 is pretty good because they actually dedicate a whole season to like one guy while still even like insinuating BTK and shit, which is like the best one.
That just reminds me of that R&B group from the early 2000s.
Which
B2K.
One? B2K.
It's like you think it's just a fucking group of homies.
That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, I'm more than sure like everyone's liking the show so much that I'm more than sure it's gonna go like to season 4 or 5. Because right now it's based 70s, like it's going into the 80s almost right now and shit. So like the peak of like serial killers was like between 60s, that's when they first started, and then 70s was like crazy, 80s kind of like mild in, and then 90s came up again.
80s was more mid 80s, early 90s was more like the satanic cult fucking craze, right? Where like oh shit, ritual killing.
I forgot what Gabe called it. Satanic Panic or some shit like that.
Satanic Panic. That sounds like a dope band.
Like a gold badass. Like, who's playing tonight?
Satanic Panic, dude.
Well, bro, let's drink kombucha while we watch. Oh shit! But yeah, man, it's fucking insane. But again, technically not a spoiler, but they're obviously gonna catch
Lil Wayne.
No, not Wayne. BTK. B2K, yes. BTK, because that fucker is weird because he would like, you saw the show and shit. He would like fucking jerk it with a mask and women's clothing and shit like that. Yeah. So,
that's what's weird out of all of this. Like that's what's the weird part,
dude.
As of right now, yeah. Didn't he like fuck the decapitated heads in the mouth?
No, that's Ed. That's Ed Kemper.
That's Ed Kemper.
Ed Kemper would decapitate and chop off hands.
Yeah.
Too, because
that was they wouldn't be able to identify them. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. That was the creepiest quote from him that I like so much because it's like that. I think he's like one of the smartest fuckers.
I like the guy that played him because you can really feel creeped out when they actually like interview him.
Dude, did you see? There's a video of like the actor talking about like what he kind of does to get into the zone, but they make it like cinematic as fuck. Like he sits down where like they interview him. He has a beard or whatever. He starts shaving himself. He talks about like everything's like, oh yeah, you just gotta comb the mustache and then just lower the voice, and then it's like he puts on the glasses. He gets like a little comb over, and
he fucking reminds me of the guy from Master of None, the tall dude, Arnold.
Arnold.
Oh yeah.
If it's not the same actor.
Tim
I'm
or
surprised.
what?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Tim or Eric?
No, it's Eric. No,
It's
I
Eric.
have no idea what his name is, but I know what you guys are talking about.
Tim and Eric, dog.
that character.
Yeah, to
is
be honest, like this entire conversation, I've just been like, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm listening.
oh,
I
it's
don't know
just
what
you're not on the
I'm not-
Netflix game, dog.
I'm not, bro.
Next,
Like
Netflix
I said,
game heavy.
Hulu account for Netflix account. I have
what's on
HBO.
Hulu that's good?
I have HBO. That's good. That's enough. That's enough right there, bro.
The one on HBO that's good is the Slender Man documentary. Have you seen that one?
I think so.
The one with the two girls?
The two girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
That was
3,
crazy.
right? Because they murdered.
Yeah, they
one.
did. She die? She died, right?
No, they fucking killed the shit
They
out of her.
stabbed the shit out of her like 40 times or some
That
ridiculous
shit
shit like
they
that.
do.
Yeah.
They just fucked her up.
But those two, I'm saying, we're talking about. Like, there's the two girls that committed the crime.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Yeah,
the
they-
murderer.
But you gotta
Yeah.
mention the victim too.
The victim.
Murderer.
Don't
Don't
glamorize. the
You're
kill.
doing a whole podcast about it.
No,
Yeah,
but that's
but
more educational.
If
than
it's more
anything.
educational on this,
Yeah, but I'm not
glamorizing
like it either. I'm just
I'm
saying like
not-
they were so
Yeah,
cool.
so-
They were
dude.
so cool.
They
Doing
were so
that.
fucking metal, dude.
They were more punk than Gigi Allen.
No
that
one's
guy.
like, oh shit, Ed Kemper. No one's like sucking his dick.
No one's
What about
chopping
that
off
guy?
heads
What
and
about that? What
fucking
about that
mouths.
guy that was like, oh, everyone wanted to fuck him, and he was a
Oh,
night stalker.
Ted Bundy.
No,
No.
the night stalker. The night stalker.
Nice.
Yeah,
Jake
he had-
Gyllenhaal?
No, the night. What the fuck?
Oh no, that's Nightcrawler.
That's
That's
Nightcrawler.
The night stalker. I forgot his name. So
Night Stalker.
yeah. He drew the pentagram on his hand in the courtroom, and he had like fangirls like outside in the courthouse when he was
The
going
only
through
one I
trial.
know that has
A
like
pentagram on his hand. It just reminds me of Charles Manson, but he has a swastika on his head. Never mind.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. How do you guys not know about the night
Rid-
stalker guy?
The hash slinging slasher?
Yeah.
Richard Ramirez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. Like everyone, like other, like he had like fangirls and shit
Because he was hot, right?
because he was like handsome.
That's weird.
Dude, he
Yeah.
does not look handsome. Dude.
Yeah, neither does fucking Ted Bundy. But
Yo,
everyone
Ted
said-
Bundy's way fucking better looking than fucking
Nah,
Richard
dude.
He
Ramirez.
looks like a like a
Ted
fucking.
Bundy had like the hella unibrow, bro. He
Nah,
looked
but,
fucking
like-
weird,
I mean,
bro.
it's the 70s, dude. Hair was everywhere, dude.
He
Like,
walked
doesn't
around with
matter.
that. He had like that big dick energy, bro.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
It's like ladies.
Yeah,
It's fucking-
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, look at his eyebrows. It just made
a fat cock.
it's just one line across the face. Ooh.
And the next thing you know, you're dead.
Come.
I'm gonna
Cutting your eyebrow.
My dad's watching this, so my dad.
Nice.
Really?
What's up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You're a bitch.
Nora's watching this also.
Nora's watching it?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
is she saying?
shit.
Is she talking shit?
100%.
No. Yeah,
Hi,
100%.
Nora.
She's like, look at this dumb fucks.
Right,
Thinking this is real work.
dude. So,
same.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh. fuck
Oh, okay. We're diving right in.
How far
Segue,
did you
baby.
go?
How far did I go into the rabbit hole? I'm going to be honest, not that far.
Oh, because you had an appointment.
I had an appointment in the morning.
True story. I just.
yeah. What
remembered.
about
Afterwards,
afterwards?
it took
You know, you don't think after
No,
those
but it's
type
not
of
only
appointments
that.
where you're just like, eh.
But like after, but it's also because I was also super hungover today. I was fucking hungover.
How do you get hungover for claws, my guy?
Because I drank a
Aren't you
6.
so-
I drank a 6 and a 12.
The clause of the law, bro.
Hey, Clown order, baby. Specials.
Dun, dun, special seltzer units.
There's a claw, but of a different brand in my fridge right now.
Oh my
A
god.
different claw.
Yeah,
Nah.
it's called the Henry.
Nah, dude. The Henry.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Nah,
It's a Henry, dude.
I'm good for now, dude. If you
Are
were
you?
offering, I'm not saying it.
Oh no, I'm just saying it was in
Oh,
there.
okay.
But
Because I'm gonna save myself for tomorrow.
oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
All
Party.
right. It's
Motherfucker, Poriango.
wait. So both of y'all have the same birthday?
It's our birthdays tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So that's. I was hoping that Kevin would have released an on the Streets of Laredo episode by then.
just
The reason
go
why, 'cause
follow
this
it
is
on
a good
Instagram
swag.
and everything. Right?
Yeah, we can go follow it on Instagram
Oh,
on the
yes.
Streets of Laredo. And we're going to have a live version. Not a live version, but I'm saying like a live after show for that podcast. He's going to be hosting. I'm going to be co-hosting. Called Buds and Blood, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm about to fuck that up. I designed the logo. He designed the colors.
So
That's all I got to say.
I don't know if this is. I mean, you guys can probably tell me later if you don't have the answer just yet. But how is that gonna work? Like, are you gonna drop the episode and then at the end of the week it drops? Do the live? Or
Honestly, I think it's just whenever our schedules line up. Like he's gonna drop an episode. He can even like drop like several.
and
then,
we
like,
could just pre-record them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do, like Netflix stuff, but not without the whole like throwing like 5. Like
Right. Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
schedule.
Periodic.
Yeah.
Right,
Like
right.
so he's gonna release like I was hoping he would release the first episode like today or yesterday, and then tomorrow
Calling you out, bro.
tomorrow we were gonna be we were gonna supposed to do the live version. just talk about the case and be more lighthearted about it, because his is gonna be extremely serious, and he's gonna be as respectful as he can. And on our live show, we're gonna also do the same. Try to be as respectful as we can.
It's on the live show. We're not gonna give a fuck.
We're not gonna give a fuck, dude. Yo, baby, dead, bro. I'm so sorry.
Nah, I don't care, dude.
Allegedly.
You know what, dude? I don't agree with you. It's 2019.
I bet you got hairy armpits, bro.
Dude, I can't believe that set's on YouTube, bro. I feel ashamed.
What?
Like,
Dude, it's true. His set's on YouTube.
for no fucking reason.
What do you mean?
What's his name? Dusty. His name's not even Dusty.
Arnold, Franny's friend.
Yeah.
He recorded a couple of our sets and he put it on YouTube.
The set that I fucking bombed so hard, like,
Fuck.
not
But like,
really even
but
a
it's
joke.
also it's not because he asked everyone, you know, and he's like, "Can I record you?"
This was my answer. I guess.
No,
I said I guess.
no, he did not.
I said I guess.
You
bro.
said this. He did this. No, I don't care.
I was like, I guess. My face was like, I mean, no, but I guess.
Hey, Roger.
You could have just said no.
Yeah, but then who?
'Cause
sounds
Roger
like a
said
little
no.
bitch? Roger said no.
Roger
Oh yeah,
said
but
no.
Roger, he's an actual comedian.
So what is Franny?
World star.
Franny, I love you. I didn't mean it like that.
I don't think he's watching. I know Roger is watching.
Roger's watching.
My
You're
sister-in-law Sheridan just said happy birthday to me. Thank you.
She's about an hour and a half too early, my guy.
That's you.
So, anyways, dude,
I
serial
didn't hear what you
killers,
Yeah,
buds and bloods.
live version. We're gonna try to do it live. Hopefully, we get to do it live.
I want to try to do it.
We're gonna try to do it live.
If not, we can just
pre-record them.
pre-record them.
Pre-record.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do it live. We're gonna be basically a branch off like Aliens on the Border, and like how we're gonna try to set it up as, because we're broke as fuck and we're gonna use Josh's shit. So yeah.
Dude, do you think that are hitmen considered like serial killers
Nah,
No.
because they have pay involved as opposed to just doing it for sport?
correct.
Okay.
That's the definition for it is that they what's the word I'm talking about? What's the word I'm looking for?
Premeditation.
The premeditation of it besides the reward that
Premeditated
goes.
burger.
Besides the reward that comes into
Pre-marinated
it.
burger.
People have debated that.
Premarital sex.
People debated that what's it called? Assassins or fucking hitmen were serial killers because they killed obviously more than 3. But the thing is, there's a pattern to it. If you're a serial killer, for example, fucking
You have like a specific ritual, if you will.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you have your specific victims that you like. It's like, oh, he likes girls with like brown hair.
all
Or
right.
some shit.
yeah. And then there has to be like basically the whole point of it is that there's a pattern to it, opposed to hitmen where they do it just for
Whoever's the target
money
is
and
the
whoever the
fucking-
target is,
Yeah,
no matter
doesn't matter who the fuck it is.
Yeah, that's the whole like definition they went against.
I
it.
seen Iceman.
Dude, I was about to fucking say that.
Yeah. Like that shit wasn't like I like how they got the actor. It looks
That's
nothing like
crazy.
him.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
like nothing like him. But the real guy, he looks fucking stone cold, bro. That guy
Real
looks
shit.
scary.
Yeah, shark
as
eyes
shit.
or what? Just fucking.
Yeah, dude. Like but like I mean, the pictures I saw, he was already old, but you can tell like that guy's seen shit, and he just like didn't give a fuck about his life.
The movie was great, man.
The movie was fucking
Shit,
good.
man.
Yeah. Good fucking acting. Great fucking.
On that part, when
Script.
it comes to actors and shit like that, season 2, in my opinion, well, even season 1 and shit for Mindhunter, the fucking casting and shit, fucking prime, dude. Like
Prime
the
time.
actors they got for Charles Manson and shit, because he comes out in it in one.
He does like
episode.
a brief cameo, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like, well, I don't
Just
think
comes out in
cameo's
the
the right
background.
word.
Dropping ass and controlling these people's minds, my guy.
I never killed anybody. I was still in jail.
I just told them they can do whatever they want, and it's like
They interpreted that as killing people. Swastika.
No, but like it's pretty fucking spot on and shit. Obviously, I'm pretty sure there's cosmetics that went into it, like adding fake cheeks or more wrinkles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the one that took me by surprise was the one for the Son of Sam and shit. He looks like an Italian.
I forgot what he
fuck,
looks
shit.
like.
It's
can't remember what he looks
fucking amazing. And
I don't remember this.
What was
This is season 1. Are you sure? I don't remember this.
No, it's season 2.
Oh,
dude.
okay, all right.
This
I
is
was like,
season 2
motherfucker.
and shit. Like this, the fucking.
what was
Haven't
his thing
seen
again?
it.
Son of Sam. What was his like?
He fucking. I don't remember. He would literally just go at night and just shoot people.
He would suck your dick
But
real
he-
hard.
Shoot your load in my mouth.
Look at that shit.
Oh,
God,
shit.
Right,
That's
like-
spot on, dude.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
They fucking got.
They got him really good. Wow, that's fucking.
And that's the actor.
Creepy.
I don't know if you can see it, but that's the actor for Charles Manson.
Wow.
Damn.
Fucking exactly right. It's fucking
That's
great.
fucking
dude.
crazy.
That's fucking good.
I got all excited when I saw the fucking. Like,
Have you
trailer
seen Once
and shit.
Upon a Time in Hollywood yet?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Okay. There's a lot. There's a lot of badass things about it, in my opinion, that I like it. I love how he not to suck Quentin's knob all the way dry and shit, but I like
To
his
pull a son of
storytelling.
sand on it. Let's just every episode of change like the way that people kill shit. You suck people's dicks.
He
to
sucked
death.
them off to death. But I like his way of storytelling all the time, right?
Right.
I'm always gonna be a fan of Quentin shit, even if he pulls out a shit movie. Which for some reason, was it you that told me that Kill Bill 2?
No.
Someone told me that No, it was you.
It was me.
You said that Kill Bill 2 was like the worst movie or something from him.
Out of all his movies, I think Kill Bill 2 is his worst film. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's
So
a
that's
good
the worst
fucking
one
movie,
compared to the ones?
but it's the worst compared to the other. It's his weakest one. Then let me rephrase it. It's his
there-
weakest one.
Nah, because the last time you said it, you're like, fuck
it
Quentin.
I was like, fuck. No, I was like, fuck Kill Bill. Because that movie, I can't watch it, dude. Like, I can't.
Why?
I can
What's
watch the
wrong
first
with
one.
it?
The
That's
first
the
one I fucking
climax.
love,
It's like
dude.
a fucking western, bro. But
Nah,
with
dude.
like
Not like
fucking swords. Come on.
yeah, but it's like
The RZA. on
the pace.
fucking-
The pacing is so off on some parts. Like the whole part, the whole part when she's getting buried alive.
Yeah.
The pacing was fucking perfect on that, dude. You can feel the intensity, the isolation she feels and all that
It
shit.
drags a little bit at the very end when she finally gets to Bill. I'll give you
Then
that.
yes, it drags a shit ton when he gets to Bill, and then like when he actually finally kills him, like it's so like
kind of
quick.
like anticlimactic
Mhm.
in a sense.
there's like literally he had 2 films just so he can get to this point.
And do a 5-finger death punch.
Yeah, and then just do it real quick, and doesn't even get to like. But yeah, like that's yeah, exactly what happens, and it bummed me out. I'm like, oh, dude, like, and it's basically like, why are you gonna put yourself through a long ass ride like that, like Kill Bill 2, just to get to the part where it's not a good ending? Because Kill Bill 1, it's around this, maybe a little bit shorter, but it's like around the same length, but it has such great pacing, and the ending is totally worth it.
I feel like when she fights Vivica Fox, and that's part 1, that part's fucking badass. She fucking kills her in front of the daughter, and she's like, "If you feel a grudge when you grow up, come find me."
Mm-hmm.
That shit was fucking good.
That shit
Which
was real good.
I was gonna transition into that one fucking scene because they're speculating that it's gonna be Kill Bill Volume 3,
And it's gonna be that bitch.
and it's gonna be the final.
That's gonna be his final film.
Sagoon. That's what people are saying. Like it's most likely gonna be this shit.
Have you heard about
That bummed me
like
out,
how?
That bummed me out, dude.
Wow, dude.
Dude,
Alright,
because
man.
like, cause
What do you feel? It's gonna be like a fucking.
I'm gonna summon Sam on you, dude. And fucking
Suck you off.
just suck me up until I die.
on your
Suck me off,
midnight, dude,
boys.
on your birthday,
My
bro.
birthday, that's how I die, bro.
You got his soul sucked out of him.
Well, funny you say that because
Fuck Quentin Tarantino.
no,
I'm kidding.
Son of Sam said that the devil made him do it and shit like that. Well, at least the dog. I think his name.
The
I think it
demon
was
dog?
like a lab. It was a black lab.
That he had?
Sam. It was Sam that was telling him which was a demon, telling him to like murder all the women that he killed. and
I
shit.
wonder if any parapsychologists ever looked into that.
what like
Like the
psychosis and
whole-
shit
I think
like
that's like that. That's
Yeah,
like
that's
one
all.
thing. I think that's one thing that like a lot of people don't like really look at when it comes to like serial killers and stuff. Like how strong your chemicals in your mind can be, because like for the most part, a lot of us are pretty like normal, you know,
Quote,
but like
unquote.
quote unquote normal, but they're like they don't. Some people don't understand like how hardcore your brain can fuck with you in ways that like no one will really understand, because they're not gonna be able to see it that way, because you can't see it that way until you experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So like this is gonna go to really, really icy water, but like one of the best examples I can think of is
The babies. No.
the pedophile stuff.
What
Because
you
like
mean,
because
bro?
it's like because it's like people are like like people are older, people are attracted
I'm just gonna say it.
sexually.
Are you sympathizing with pedophiles? That's probably why you're worried, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm really worried because of that.
You fucking pedophile sympathizer. Hey, everybody.
I found Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
JK.
Damn, I'm
JK.
out. I'm like, you find a new
I'm
co-host.
okay. That one bit, that one bit that I was starting off with, I'm gonna incorporate that into it.
That
about the dogs with the guy.
Yeah. That
So,
would be good. That'd be good. Yeah.
I've kind of
you'll get like a fucking
I
crazy
figured that out
reaction.
like on there because like I kind of fucked myself over.
Yeah.
So now I was like, oh, I thought about it after. I was like, oh, that's where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. That'd be
Anyways.
good. That'd be good. But like it's a chemical, like it's a fucked up thing in their mind that's happening that they can't
It's
control.
just they're possessed by
Like,
demons.
Yeah, but I mean, yes.
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 Did you get to watch the video I sent you? I don't know. Like, did you watch it?
I didn't watch it all.
Oh,
I watched like 15.
Oh, okay.
minutes.
That's a solid.
Would
that's
it
a solid.
involve possessions and shit?
Well, Alex Jones.
Oh my god.
Nah, look, it's because check
I
it
can't
out.
remember verbatim, but
what
whatever.
he's explaining.
Turning the frog's gay.
Alright, is that what it is?
No. What he's explaining is that the fucking deep state, the shadow government or whatever.
Yeah.
It's comprised of like circles of corruption, right? And at the very center, like the highest levels of power, where it's like the royal families, the fucking Rothschilds, like all those motherfuckers, the Clintons and shit. What they do
Is there still Rockefellers around?
probably somewhere, dude. I don't know. I mean, there's still like
Because like he was like the richest person to ever like live, right?
yeah, dude. Oh, I don't know about ever live.
I don't know. He was worth a lot of money. Because he was worth a lot of money like back
isn't
then.
JP Morgan like in that era?
No, but like, because like they're valuing his like net worth. They're valuing into like the
like if
inflation,
right,
the
exactly.
inflation of today. Now he would have been the richest person to ever live because I think he was worth like $175 billion when he was alive back then.
Oh fuck.
So like that.
How much is he worth now?
Well, I don't know, dude. I'm not gonna Google it.
Don't you fucking
You have a laptop
You
in
want me
front
to
of you.
Google it?
Someone Google it.
Don't you
Google
lose your?
it?
I
don't
think.
you- Don't you use your value when you fucking die?
I don't know.
Nah.
Well, because like
take
you
it
can
to
still
the
live on.
afterlife.
You can still like live on.
On
Like
credit.
on
Credit.
on credit.
Ah shit, hold on.
I'm pretty sure his net worth would be worth a lot. I think what they did is like they don't like he's not valued at it now.
Okay, he was
obviously.
worth holy fucking shit. $340 billion at the time of his death.
At the time of his death,
How much is he
340
now?
billion. The richest person right
Jeff
now is 173 billion.
Right, Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, the CEO of Amazon.
Right. Okay, that's right now. But he lost like what? $37 billion to
Oh,
his
because
wife?
his wife.
Oh shit!
That's
Are
the
you-
fucking
He's gonna
you know,
get that shit back like in 2 weeks and shit. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
today.
He like they said like you're gonna owe her $35 billion.
I don't even wanna
That's it.
It's like
I
I'll
don't
write the
even
check.
wanna be.
He's like, oh shit, I gotta rewrite this check. I wrote too much.
It's like, you know what? Just fucking take this and I'll write another one. I write it blank, bitch.
All right, let me fucking read this real quick.
Signed blank check.
By the time Rockefeller died in 1937, his assets equaled 1.5 of America's total economic output.
Oh shit!
To control an equivalent share today would require a net worth of about $340 billion, more than 4 times Bill Gates, currently the world's richest man. This was 2014, so it's probably inaccurate now.
Oh yeah, Bill Gates.
It's not giving me like an exact translation of what it would be worth now.
So like this, that he's worth 300 and some billion in 2014, and I'm pretty sure the fluctuation already has gone up since then.
Yeah.
It fluctuates like every 6 months or some shit like that. But think about it, dude. Like he's gonna be the richest person that ever lived.
Okay, so at its peak, it would have been $318 billion in today's dollars. That's from September 2016, so that's a little bit more accurate. I would assume.
I don't think anyone's gonna ever top that.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Jeff Bezos is half that, barely. That's still a fucking ridiculous amount of money, though.
That's more money than the fucking United States needs, bro. Like billions, bro.
We have trillions of
and debt.
Wow, dude. By comparison, exactly. That's what I was saying. By comparison, J.P. Morgan's fortune at its peak was only $49 billion.
Who?
49.
J.P. Morgan, U.S. Standard Oil or whatever the fuck.
Oh, I don't know any business shit at all, dude.
And it's just I just remember shit from history. This is like my.
He actually paid attention.
I was balls deep into history, bro. All my fucking papers were like,
I was
look,
deep throating the bitch, bro.
I was son of Samming the history, bro. I was like, look, dude, all my papers are about how government control is rising. That was literally all my papers on everything. I was like, look, history. All right, you see, I'm right.
I got it.
Nah,
Boom.
dude.
Anyway,
He's a
so
conspiracy theorist before he can even walk.
dude, I'm telling you, bro, my fucking high school fucking essays were like, "Hey, man, we're fucking being watched."
Wait, was that?
Just
being
before the
serious, dude.
whistleblower now, bro. Like he's like the NRA's fucking the NRA,
The NRA,
the
dude.
NRA, bro.
The NRA wants us to buy guns. I'm strapped.
Fuck, dude.
Now, but anyway, so
I thought I was gonna throw up for a second.
So Jeffrey Epstein, we spoke about this on one of the last episodes before we had our episode with She Loves Us, and we went down the rabbit hole there, right? Oh yeah. So what I was saying was that the way that Alex Jones was describing what how like the whole pedophile thing comes into play and how they use that to control people is that like they forcibly have them do corrupt acts.
Mm-hmm.
To then have dirt on them and be able to blackmail them, and they're essentially in their pocket, right?
Yeah.
So it starts with like at the outer levels with like regular FBI agents, all this other shit that they take money or look the other way in certain investigations, all this other shit.
But you would have thought they know this by now. That blackmailing is a huge fucking thing about like.
Right.
being on
But
top
think
of
about
power
it.
and shit.
Think about it this way: you work for the FBI. Some fucking higher up just comes and is like, "Hey, this investigation or whatever, just don't look the other way or whatever. Here's a cool mill, or like here's a couple $100,000. You know, in your mind, it's not anything because you're like, okay, whatever. But like in the bigger the grand scheme of things, it's like, oh, that's actually like a piece of the puzzle if you look at the whole thing, right? And then it goes on, so on and so forth, and so like this is all what Alex Jones is saying. You can look into it whether or not, I don't know. I'm not sure if I believe this, but there are things that he points to that are like 100% historical fact, right? Like MK Ultra, CIA, mind control experiments, all that shit, other
Operation
shit.
Mockingbird.
But MK Ultra, Ted Kaczynski, aka the Unabomber, he was actually created by like the CIA, and he was a product of fucking MK Ultra.
By created, you mean like a fucking
Jim Krasinski?
No,
like
no,
a test tube baby?
No. Like he was effectively mind controlled into doing the whole Unabomber thing.
Okay.
Oh.
By the MK Ultra experiments, right? Through like fucking trauma and LSD dosing and all this other shit. He was mentally programmed to carry out those things, right? So, and this is in the LA Times. Like if you fucking Google it, you can find it.
So it's facts.
It's facts,
They're
bro. That's
straight
facts.
That's facts, bro.
Spitting facts. Now, so he's saying that they're using like similar techniques on a bunch of other people to get them to do what the fuck they want, right? I don't know the whole fucking thing of it, and I'm like paraphrasing what he's saying. I'll fucking link the interview that he has with Steven Crowder that I'm talking about that I sent you into the comments later.
Oh, the one that you sent us?
Yeah, the one I sent you. Okay, so and if you listen to it, like, okay, so one thing that I always bring up whenever I talk about Alex Jones, and I feel like a lot of people always like, oh, gay frog, all this shit. It's like, all right, sure, like
I'm kind of retarded.
The meme is cool, but if you like look into it, to quote Eddie Bravo, if you look into it, every time that he's been on JRE, both times, whenever he says a lot of crazy shit, they're like, wait, stop, let's fucking fact check your ass, boom, proof. So he'll say something fucking crazy like, oh, fucking human animal hybrids, chimeras, all this other shit. He got fact checked on that.
And it was true.
Yes, it was like a published fucking thing, research in MIT, like in the 60s.
Nah, dude, it's a fucking manga, dude. Fucking.
Yeah, bro, it's those mangas wrapped in the saran wrap, bro.
For real, dude. so that's like.
Ever heard of Full Metal Alchemist? Dude?
Right, dude.
It's very fucking.
Transmutation turtles.
Oh, Nakasa.
So. Ed. Okasan. I want to play.
Kill me.
Dude, everyone who like is watching and knows that shit just fucking shed a tear,
dude.
No, but keep going.
For the dead homies.
All those weeby boos.
Like if you go back and watch JRE 9/11 and then whichever one the second one was that he came back again after he got banned from everything, which is also fucking crazy.
Blacklisted, dude. Not even banned, just fucking
blacklisted, bro. He's like crazy, right? Also, get this. So he's been talking about all of this since back then, right? And the thing that they're using against him, and this is kind of gonna like derail what we were talking about, so I can give a little more background on Alex Jones and why I feel that he
gay frogs
drops a lot of gems, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, nah, dude, you're saying Sandy Hook is fake and all this other shit. So the second time that he goes on to Joe Rogan, after he gets blacked out and everything, because he went on episode 9/11, everything was still normal. You can find him on YouTube, all this other shit. The second time he goes on, all of that is gone, right? He gets deplatformed, all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Alex Jones, right?
Yeah, Alex Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
And so Rogan's like, so what the fuck were you saying about Sandy Hook? And so he describes what happened to him, where because of what he researches all the time, right? Like, you can sometimes fall into the rabbit hole and be wrong about shit. He's allowed to fucking be wrong, right? He's a fucking regular dude.
Yeah.
And initially when he brought up the idea that Sandy Hook was like fake and all this other shit, he was going off a lot of shit that was just out there, like people, I guess, spreading like misinformation or just trying to create like a conspiracy theory out of it,
like a bunch of cheeseman shit.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah.
And but he looked
it's
into
like
it further,
but on internet.
Right. So he looked into it further, and
DSL.
then
That's what it is.
DSL. he looked into it further, and he came to the conclusion, oh, you know what, it's actually fake. And subsequently, after he initially stated that it was like a staged event, he rescinds that statement. He's like, no, like it happened or whatever. It moves on. And that was like fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And now for some reason, after the whole Hillary email shit, and he was talking about like Seth Rich being murdered, like the whole pedophile gate thing or whatever, which the media just were like, oh, it's Alex Jones' fault, when he didn't really like even talk specifically about the whole pizza thing.
Does he have a?
It smells fucking good, or is it just me?
Yeah, it smells good.
It smells
bro.
fucking good.
Yeah.
But before I even before I even ask before I even say like as to why maybe he did get blacklisted, did he have a team?
Yeah, so he has a fucking team of people, right? And just like anything else, because of the nature of he's hard hit. I don't know. I can't speak for him, so I'm only assuming here, and it's conjecture at this point. So I speculate what happened was he saw something that looked fishy to him, and in most cases previously he's been right.
Yeah.
So he had pursued it for a while until he figured out it was wrong, and then he was like, it was wrong, and he left it alone. But for some reason, like, all those people still kept trying to sue him now, even though he had already stated on his show, like, oh no, like, I was wrong, and Sandy Hook happened. And he still felt that the shooter or whatever, may have been influenced in some way, shape, or form by like MK Ultra or some shit. Because facts is that Aurora shooter, the guy who shot up the Batman movie theater or whatever, he started talking about how he was mind controlled to do all this shit, right? And everybody was like, "Oh, you're fucking crazy." But if you look into it, his dad was like a psychiatrist on the board of like DARPA, some shit like that, conducting experiments in the governmental field of like psychology and all this other shit for a government program.
Yeah.
And they had that guy on the payroll there making like $80,000 a year. The guy that shot up the fucking theater.
Yeah.
Was on the payroll for that government program.
That's fucking insane.
Oh shit.
Like, that's fucking facts.
That's fucking insane.
Dude, I'm fucking telling you, bro. So anyways, long story short.
Out, bro.
Every time you talk about shit like this, it fucking spoops me.
Dude,
but at the same time,
it to my core, my guy.
But I'll always like, just to shake off the spoopiness and shit, I just start thinking of like the men who stare at goats and shit. That's all I think about.
That's a fucking dope movie, by the way.
Yeah, super underrated.
Have you ever tried to stare at a goat before?
No.
Neither have I.
The last time I had a goat for a friend, they ate him. It was bad.
Last time I had a goat for a friend, it turned into the devil.
It turned into lamb chops.
Black Billy. Or what the fuck is his
He
name?
was telling me to suck off a bunch of people, bro. The goat was telling me to suck off a bunch of people.
Son of Salmon.
Son of Salmon.
Son of Salmon fucking possessed him. Go suck
Suck their dicks. Let them come in your mouth.
Now, so, anyways.
Fuck me, dude. Fuck me.
And so, Jones goes on to explain in the interview what he feels that the people in power believe. And he makes a fucking he makes it like very specific to say, I don't think that this is real. This is what they believe. And that's where he describes like that they think they're having communication with like some interdimensional entity that we know as like Lucifer or whatever. Yeah. And that entity is giving them like information on how to create like transcendental technology or whatever to create like a android human future, transhumanist future, where I don't know what's gonna happen, right? And then look at what fucking Elon Musk is doing with his Neuralink project, where like you can literally have a chip. I don't know if you guys have looked into
I saw it.
So Neuralink is a project by Elon Musk to where
it's insane, bro.
It's fucking crazy.
It's
dude.
fucking insane.
It's the Matrix. It's the fucking Matrix.
Dude.
It's the fucking Matrix.
It's the fucking thing that, like the Black Mirror thing that goes in your fucking temple.
So, yeah, pretty much, right? And so you have like an integrated onboard AI that can interface with the neurons in your mind to where you can essentially have the power of your phone in your mind. Like
fucking head, bro.
Access information and shit.
Oh shit!
Like
okay.
Fucking like
have your own hub and shit.
Like you have a Cortana. You're fucking Master Chief.
Nah,
you
dude,
have a Cortana.
I don't fuck with Cortana, dude.
Dude, it's kind of hot.
Tengo el Siri, vato.
Siri.
No. I mean Cortana from vato. I mean Cortana from Halo. Cortana from Halo, like the way that
okay.
Master Chief would have like his fucking. That's what I meant. I did.
No, dude, I assumed it was the Android shit. Like
no.
On my Xbox, is like I don't even call her and shit. She just pops up. ¿Qué dijiste?
I'm listening. No, and so yeah, that's a project.
Quick little segue that makes me laugh. Fucking Kevin when he says "Nambre, sir."
Oh yeah,
it's Siri reacts again saying "Hey Siri."
What the fuck?
I say "Hey sir," and it like
"Hey sir."
Hey sir.
What the fuck?
Hey sir. Hey sir. It takes it as like Siri.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, stop.
You're a fucking watch, dude. You're in the system already, bro.
Yeah, bro. Dude, I'm like super into that whole like fucking consumerism shit, and I fucking hate it. That's like the thing that's the saddest thing about me.
I don't like that you're like you always tell me you're like I want the latest thing. I'm like, why?
I want the latest and greatest. If you want the latest and greatest, it ain't that, dude. I'll tell you that much. It's the Google Pixel.
There it is. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
He wants to be sponsored. Hey Google.
Hey Googs.
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 No.
You got it.
Stop it.
You don't know.
No, I don't know, dude.
It's a Japanese. Is it Japanese? Or is it Chinese?
It's an Asian. It's an Asian slur.
Oh
yeah.
No, that's with a K though.
That's what you said.
I said Googs with a G.
Oh, okay. He got away with it, folks.
Okay.
He got away with it.
Slip and slide.
Dude, go ahead, pass on through. You're good. Well, so anyways, that's his whole thing. He's saying that the whole pedophile ring thing, it doesn't stop with like the whole sexual trafficking, molestation of younger people or whatever. But the highest level of corruption there, where they like you're in the inner circle, is like they'll manipulate you into murdering like a child.
Oh shit!
Damn.
For like ritual purpose or whatever. And
like cabin in the woods type shit.
Yeah, I get, or just like in general, like imagine whatever a satanic ritual you think when you think about that, like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
the hoodies and all that shit.
And think about it, bro. Like the shit that he's exposed. Have you ever heard of a Bohemian Grove?
No.
Isn't that the whole president's
yes,
thing?
Bro?
Yeah,
that's a crazy ass video. I'm gonna play it for you right fucking now.
Damn.
So like essentially a group of like very fucking powerful influencers, ex-presidents, heads of companies, fucking.
Have you seen Hot
royalty?
Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know when all the neighborhood watches like with cloaks in there in the middle of the woods?
Yeah.
That's the type of shit that he's talking about.
Oh shit! You know what? It might not even be on YouTube anymore because it was Alex Jones.
Ooh shit!
Dude, that means it's gone, bro.
That may mean it's gone, dude. I don't know. Okay, look, here we go. This is crazy. So this is what they do.
To re-upload?
Oh shit! It's like someone recording it.
It's like 630 fucking quality and shit.
Check it out.
It's like 280.
So like you see here this fucking giant statue thing or whatever. I'm sorry, I can't turn it all the way out because of this fucking plug here. But
come around, my guy. Fuck it.
No, I'm
it's
good.
off the rails
I already
already.
seen it.
I don't even know if this is the actual video or not, or if it's just like a still. Well, anyways, whatever. I'll fucking search it later and I'll send it to you. But anyways, so Alex Jones snuck into this fucking place where it's like you're not allowed to go unless you're invited, right? And like ex-presidents, fucking George Bush, Bill Clinton, John
He
Kerry.
snuck in.
He fucking like a fucking movie, dude.
Like a fucking G, bro.
Bro.
It's like a highly regarded, like, top secret place.
Yeah, and
for
this
high powered officials, and this fucking guy
boom, snuck in. And so he's recording them. There's the picture, I'm sure this right here, it's a giant stone owl, like
where at though? Where is that?
Effigy? No, not effigy.
It's not the effigy is what they burn.
Yeah.
Look up where it is. I think it's somewhere in San Francisco, somewhere in that area. It's like
it's in the States.
It's in the States. It's like somewhere secluded in the Pacific Northwest, I want to say. I may be wrong. But so he's there and all these fucking people are like cloaked up. There's like the giant statue and shit. They have a human effigy, which is like a mock human, and they do like a mock sacrifice where they
like pretend to kill it.
Yeah, and they burn it and they offer it to
Satan.
Moloch. To Moloch.
That's what they call it?
That's the name of the owl. Now get this, Moloch is one of the fucking gods of the ancient past for like the Sumerians and all these other fucking people, dude. Like this is legit history shit, dude. I'm not even fucking making this up anymore. This is what's fucking crazy. Right? It's fucking weird, right?
No, I'm freaking the fuck out,
in San
bro.
Francisco.
San Francisco.
North.
There
Inside
you
a
go.
forest and shit. Dude.
Right. So and in the video, which I'm gonna hunt it down, dudes. I want you to watch it. It's creepy as fuck. He's recording, right? And it's kind of like potato recording because it's back in the day, like before we had any of these smartphones.
Yeah.
And
it's fucking filmed by a toaster, like
he had one of these cups, dude. He had the son of Sam his way in there.
Oh shit.
And so anyway, so on the fucking recording, dude, there's this horrible scream, like someone's literally fucking burning to death, like that. I don't know if it's like a recording that they have that they play or whatever,
just to get off of it.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But like, you can hear it clear as fucking day, and it sounds fucking scary, dude. Like some shit out of a horror movie.
Damn.
And that shit is real. Right, so
scary.
Damn, bro.
Fucking wild.
Take me home, wait.
Bro. So
nah, vete caminando.
Dude, fuck, I'm gonna be honest, that shit's fucking scary as fuck. Cause
Cults
like,
and shit? Dude,
like
cults are fucking terrifying.
Dude, because like it's real shit, dude.
And there's one in broad daylight, dude.
I know, man.
Christianity.
Whoa!
Whoa! Wow!
Just lost like all my brides who are Christians and shit.
Also, another fucking like secret society / cult thing, the Skull and Bones.
No, yeah.
Do you know about that one?
Yeah, I know about that one.
That was fucking weird.
Like, I don't.
Ex-president's also part of that.
Yeah, ex-president, and they're like, what's his name?
Who? Bill Clinton?
No, George Bush. I'm sorry. The reason why I'm laughing is because this
Bush.
Fucking, yeah, George Bush.
No, I thought. Never mind.
He was in Skull and Bones.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
A lot of people that went to
I thought
like
you thought
Yale,
Bush
Harvard.
was funny.
No. Oh, no. The part that makes me laugh so much is like, it's gonna be a long explanation. I'm sorry.
Just explain it. What the fuck?
So, Will Ferrell did like a big like impersonation of Bush, right? But so he did so well that he actually had a 1 hour special as George Bush.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Like it was like a comedy special of
just
him as George Bush pretending to be George Bush.
I used to do a George Bush impersonation. I don't even know how he sounds like anymore.
Yeah,
though.
dude.
But you know what's crazy?
That's like Bill Clinton.
That's Bill Clinton.
His grandfather Prescott Bush sold like weapons and oil to the Nazis.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's how they made hella money.
World War II Nazis?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I think those were the only ones, right?
Like Hitler was like,
around his time?
Yo, Prescott, what's up, bro? Hook me up. I need a fucking Glock.
Gotta make a mill real quick.
But the Will Ferrell has this 1 hour special as George Bush, and he was like, yeah, people say I shouldn't say this, but I was in the Skull and Bones. They were a bunch of fucking nerds, so I call them the Skull and Boners.
What the fuck?
That popped in my head and I started laughing.
God damn it, dude! I hate you so much. Right
Thank you, man. Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
Thanks, dude. You're here to provide levity in all seriousness. No, so yeah, man.
Which is why we're making Buds and Bloods, which, by the way, you can catch on.
No, everything will be, all the outlets and shit will be up soon, so you guys can tune into that and catch it whenever it drops, and get in on all the blood, guts, and glory. Wait, blood, guts, and glory. Yeah, there you go.
Blood, guts, and
because I said gluts. So yeah, man, that's a lot of the shit. Leading me back to my original point, man. although Alex Jones says a lot of crazy shit, he's been proven right so many fucking times.
Yeah.
So
I think it's just. Would you say that he's more wrong half the time? Or
I say that he has speculation on top of what is factual, like where he's in that interview specifically where he's saying that.
So it's like him pushing it. That's what basically got him in trouble. Well, I mean,
right,
obviously.
right, and essentially, like his speculation is based on his research.
Yeah.
So like, even though he's saying a lot of crazy shit to where at the very top it's like fucking satanic pedophiles, right? Like feeding off of psychic power and all that shit. It's like if you look at the track record,
I feel like
that's not too fucking far-fetched.
Yeah. It's just the psychic power part that I don't believe in.
Right.
I'm down for like to understand that yes, there's pedophiles out there. The whole world is run by pedophiles, if not rich people who are pedophiles and shit. But like to go as far as to be like there's supernatural shit involved in it.
And he's not saying that exists. He's saying that that's what they believe.
Who?
Alex Jones is saying he doesn't believe that there's supernatural powers and entities and shit. He's just saying that that's what the fucking people believe and that's why they do all this shit. That's the distinction that he makes clear.
Though?
The they is the cult.
The they is like the
cult.
The Clintons, the fucking royal family, the fucking
it's everyone,
the 13 family, all those fucking people.
Yeah.
The Council on Foreign Relations, all those motherfuckers.
See, that makes more sense and shit.
And again,
anytime I hear about him and shit, it's always like some far-fetched, like
and
fucking
and that's how they fucking
crazy,
get you.
yeah.
That's how they fucking get you because they don't put in the distinction where he says, "I don't believe this shit. This is what they believe."
He just gets also really passionate about it, so he starts yelling, making him look even
Choke
more
me out,
ridiculous.
Eddie. I'm not a bitch, or what the fuck is it? But I don't know. Controversial.
Or I like the one where he's like, "Get over here! You're a disgraced American. I hate you." And he like runs after someone in the street.
I could already imagine that.
Like that. It was an amazing edit that they did for him. But I mean, like,
I feel like it was.
I watch him every now and then.
Inevitable, right? Is that the word? Yeah. That he was gonna be like shot down, like gotcha, with the shit that he was saying, and then like with the fucking PC culture, and then cancel culture, and then fucking the meme culture was the one that sparked everything and shit.
Yeah.
They was like, look at this insane fucker, and then everyone's like, the eyes are on him being insane. But then he started noticing the crazier shit he's been saying.
Yeah.
And then that's when everyone like lost their shit. Be like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like he just said the meme culture, but it's just like, do you think that like those like higher people in power, like the 13 families and all shit, do you think they're also in charge of that as well?
Well, I mean, they control most of the money around the planet, so it's as easy as just hiring other people to do it.
Yeah.
Through like several different shell corporations or whatever the fuck.
So
like proxies, I guess you can say.
Because I'm pretty sure they're like, they don't understand how memes work. I'm more sure they'll be like, whatever that's happening,
they're just
make
like
this happen with that. And they'll be like,
they're like, sabotage that, make sure you block that, and then everyone under them is just like, we know how to do it, and then you can fucking do it.
We know how to do it.
Yeah.
The
latest shit that has been dropping on Infowars, dude. So this guy that works at Google,
it's still up.
It's still up. You just
like
have to get it.
Wise.
You have to get the app or be on the website. And I downloaded the app because I was like, I wonder what the fuck this motherfucker's saying on a daily basis. And so the last thing that came out that was fucking huge, that is nowhere to be seen on mainstream media. So this guy that used to work for Google for like 8 years or something like that came forward, whistleblowing how they're manipulating the elections.
Like, with the searches and shit. That
Right. So like that's all coming out in the open there, and they're having like a document dump and all this other crazy shit on like how Google has been influencing shit. And
Operation Mockingbird, my guy.
Boom. And then, like,
wait, is that what it is?
Well, Operation Mockingbird is where like I think the CIA puts people in like news and shit to control the
like what
narrative.
Conspiracies is to you is like what true crime is to me. Like
right.
you probably
Operation
don't know
Mockingbird?
like half the shit that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know jack shit what the fuck y'all are into like when it comes to conspiracy. The only ones I know is the ones that involve like maybe like my genre, which is
Murder
like the whole
and stuff?
Boys Town shit that happened. That one was fucking scary.
What's
to
that?
me. It's the pedophile ring thing with
Is that the one you told me
And
about
it's
like in the 80s?
Yeah, it's probably fucking connected to Epstein one way or another.
Probably is.
Maybe.
I forgot what the fuck it's called. I know there's
It's
a guy
Boys
named
Town,
King.
Ohio.
But what's the guy's name? King?
I don't remember.
Larry King.
Larry King.
Yeah.
The fucking guy from fucking MSNBC or CNN.
Lawrence.
Because Larry King is the old guy with the fucking
Larry King's suspenders. Yeah. He's like, Larry
I don't
King's
know,
a pedophile.
I've never seen the. Well, he's like the leader of like the black,
Black gorillas.
Republican shit. I don't know what the fuck it's called. There's like the whole like I just saw it once and shit only.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude, you got Kurt Cobain sticker on your laptop, man.
Yeah, dude.
Clout Cobain, bro.
Why not focus on Pepe, dude?
Nah, dude,
I don't understand how he went from feels bad man to I represent Nazis.
Yeah, that was a fucked up.
That is crazy, dude.
Who?
But that's because like they used
Pepe.
it like probably like in 1 or 2 memes and shit.
Where he was dressed up as Hitler and he was like feels bad man.
Yeah,
still.
like, oh, I'm losing the war.
Yeah.
It's like it's specifically making fun of the Nazis losing the war. They're like, Nazi, they're supporting them. And
Yeah,
it's
like he's wearing a swastika.
He's wearing. Fuck.
Wow. Like to the point where Jordan B. Peterson took a picture with some people that have a flag of Pepe the Frog, and
You know, I have an idea.
they're like, he's a Nazi.
I have a thought. that like
How many thoughts do you know?
Well, I like 2.
I
They're
know.
2 and they're here
I
with
know
me.
a few.
But how you ever feel like those memes that got like extremely big and they got like shot down and shit over like random stuff? Like I think Harambe can also be a part of that genre. Or like
I don't know because I'm part of like the older memes, like fucking Dirtbag Dave.
no, but what I'm
fucking
trying to say is that like
socially awkward penguin.
yeah, but what I'm trying to say,
The success baby.
Yes, fucking the wolf one.
The
or like
the dawn of man.
the girl falling. She's like, Father, why have you forsaken
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Shit.
Sounds real old.
Fuck, dude.
But no, what I'm trying to say is that like memes
Luck
like
Brian.
like memes like this that I got
Yes,
shot down.
dude. Dude, Bad Luck Brian was bad.
I'm sorry, keep going.
So, like memes like that, like Pepe were like fucking where they blew up to like insane amounts. Do you think like there's people that are in control of like the whole meme culture? As I was saying earlier, that see that and they're like, oh, that's organic. Someone actually made that and it's actually really good. Shoot it down. Because it's like
Maybe.
because they want to have that much control over us.
Here's my conspiracy theory. Let's start some shit, right?
Yeah.
Bill Clinton does not like frogs. So the moment that fucking meme started getting famous, dude, he's like, nah, fuck that meme. It's making Nazi related so everyone can hate it.
Right.
Boom. He just threw like a few $1,000s and shit. He's like, fuck that frog. Fuck Pepe and that fucking artist and shit.
You need to watch The Great Hack, bro.
The Great Hack.
It's on Netflix.
Netflix.
You're gonna fucking lose your shit.
The Franklin cover-up. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay.
The Franklin cover-up. Child abuse, Satanism, and murder in Nebraska.
Moida.
That's gonna be the title. That's gonna be the title of this episode, dude.
You're gonna get murked.
What,
They're
the
gonna
Franklin cover-up?
Gonna get murked.
The Laredo cover-up.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude.
Not bad.
We're gonna be talking about all this shit and then like someone's gonna start like watching us.
Dude, fuck. We're already being watched, bro. You have a fucking smartphone in your pocket. You're watched.
100%.
You're as good as watched.
100%.
There's a laptop right in front of
Anytime
me.
you fucking jerk it with your left hand, dude, they know.
They know.
They know. You're not working out. They don't. They know you're not working.
Give me the double biceps. Dude. I don't know. There's like one meme of Trump that is like not even funny, but it gets me every fucking time. Where I don't know what he's doing, but I think he's like when he was like featured on WWE or whatever the fuck.
Donald
and the
Trump?
quote
The way he
says,
just runs.
Oh, dude, I completely forgot about
that was
that.
badass. That was fucking badass too. But it's just a picture of him. I think he's holding a mic and he's doing this or something. He's like, I could bring you down with the power of one hand, or I don't know what the fuck. Some chaffle quote, dude. But it just fucking makes me laugh every time I see it. I have it somewhere.
Is
on
it
my
kind of
phone.
like the Shaggy meme and shit? With the whole like, I'm not even using 1% of my power. Dude, I don't know how the fuck that got famous and shit, dude. I fucking hate memes sometimes.
Oh, I love the one where it's the real life one of the Scooby Doo gang thing. Fuck. So
like the movie?
Yeah, like the movie.
Live action.
Okay.
Yeah, the live action.
Freddie
there we
Prinze Jr.
Yeah. So like so it's like it's screen grabs of like the cast getting interviewed.
Oh fuck
and
yeah!
It's like he's like, oh, there's times where Shaggy just punches a hole in our body and kills us and revives us just to show that he can.
What the fuck?
And then like the guy playing Shaggy, he's like, yeah, I started doing this. What I let the power of Shaggy flow within me so I can play the character to his perfection. Like stupid shit like that.
God fucking damn
Like
it.
even the guy that plays Shaggy, he's like, no, I'm not Shaggy. Shaggy's everywhere.
I'm surprised there wasn't like it wasn't me crossover Shaggy.
Fuck. I'm pretty sure there probably was, dude.
I'm sure
But
you can find it
it
somewhere.
just probably didn't get famous.
Another one that I loved, that's not old, but like that was super random, was the double Spider-Man, like pointing at each other.
Dude, that was great.
Like they did so many different like versions of it. That
Can
I
we
was
talk
like,
about work? Because I like bringing up a little bit.
I mean, if you want, whatever.
There's the thing that happened at work where like we sell plans, insurance or whatever. We just sell insurance in other words, right? We're insurance consultants. So this one guy,
you're insurance salesman.
Yeah. There's this one guy who was like, I'm not gonna say his name obviously, where he was like, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, cause we get a caller, fucking caller's mad. It's like, fuck that guy, you put me on a shit plan or whatever. Like it ain't work in the end and shit. Like it wasn't
Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. What's up, bro?
Get to the chopper.
So he's like complaining or whatever, and the guy who got the phone call was like, oh yeah, fuck dude, it always happens and shit. Sometimes just people are fucking
By the way, that's
way.
exactly how we talk to people. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Let me hook you up.
Fuck dude,
Type of
it's like,
shit.
dude, you don't even know, dude. And
trying to get those good drugs? I got you.
So he's just talking this mad shit on the agent that basically signed him up for like the plan that he had at the time. And then lo and behold, let me just check who it is. And it was him, dude. He was talking mad shit. It's like, yeah, fucking, I bet you didn't like look into your medications and shit. Like he should have. He sees him like, like fucking shocked Pikachu, like, oh, Loredo. And every time he brings it up and shit, I always mention that Spider-Man meme and shit because he was talking mad shit. And he's like, man, fuck that agent. He's like, oh shit, I am that agent.
So that's a Spider-Man meme for you.
I fucking love that meme. What's your favorite meme? Hands down. Even if you don't use it on the daily, that you can just look at it and be like, fuck, I like that meme.
Honestly, I can't really think of one. I have
my favorite one is the super obscure fucking fat guy from Power Rangers that I sent you.
Which one?
But I was like, this will like not even in reference to anything. I just throw it out there every now and then. It's fucking good, dude.
Mine's what's it called?
He's like,
I forgot the word.
It's his face. You seen it or no?
Which one?
I'll send it right off.
Oh, damn.
Oh shit, that boy. That's my
favorite. The fucking frog. Yeah,
oh,
that boy
shit.
was good.
Here comes that boy, dude.
On the fucking unicycle and shit.
Dude, that's my favorite. So much so that Nora got me a fucking pin for, I think it was Christmas or an anniversary. That shit. Good. Oh shit, what up? And it's like the frog's head.
I don't even know the origins of that one, dude.
I think it was just, I don't even fucking know, dude. All I know is that I saw a GIF of it.
Man, I'm trying to fucking think, man.
That's it. And he was just like fucking going. And then I found like 3 levels of speed on it, where one's like slow, and the other one's like kind of fast, and then the other one's like blurry because it's so fast.
Speed Force, dude.
Oh, chill, dude. What's yours, my guy?
Come on, bro. Give me one.
Anyone, dude. Or what's your current favorite meme?
I don't really have a current favorite meme.
What the fuck? You just sucked off. You went Son of Sam on fucking Shaggy right now,
for
dude.
real, dude.
No, I'm saying like
it's a new fucking
no.
Let's make that into
okay, like the blue thing, the blue baby that's supposed to look like like Sully or from Monsters Inc.
Oh, the fucking like
and like
yeah.
I think that one's really fucking funny because you can do so many captions with that shit.
I like it when they make it red and it's like distorted shake.
Oh yeah,
like,
with the red laser eyes or what?
Fuck yes.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit, there's another one that I like. The one of I only use it when there's like fucked up things happening on the group chat. And it's like when obviously no one likes whatever's happening. I just throw in the black guy who like stares at a laptop. He's like, fuck it. And he's gonna like jerk it off.
Oh yeah. That one's good.
That was one a good one.
I remember
the Jimmy Neutron ones were funny. You remember those?
No, I don't remember those.
We're like
it was like random.
Carl's thick as shit.
Yeah, like stuff like just them in general, or like there was ones that were like just so simple but also absurd.
I like the
it's
one.
Like it's like me stumbling to the kitchen to get a glass of water when I'm hungover as fuck and my head's pounding. Like, it's like a long ass fucking caption, and it's Sheen with the big ass head just like floating to the city. I think that was like really fucking funny.
I like the one where it's like something about I don't know what, and then it's like, hey, you're gonna brain blast or something.
I'm a brain blast.
Dude, that was
conspiracy theories, murder, memes.
I just remember all the memes from like old school 4chan, bro. Those were the fucking best. Like some of the ones that are so obscure, like fucking. It took a crane to get them out. Like I don't think anybody's gonna get that reference.
Those
Maybe,
chat
like,
stuff, like
it took a crane to get it out.
Reddit, and 4chan, like those. Dude, it's so hard for me to get into that.
4chan was easier because it's just mostly pictures, and then it just started like.
The only thing I knew about 4chan was like Rule 64, 34. That's like the only thing
about it. It's out there.
Yeah, like that's the only thing I knew about it.
Rule 34.
No, I didn't even know about Rule 34. She was shook about like, what was it? We were watching an anime and shit.
Rule 34.
We were watching an anime and shit, and she Googled it once, and she saw like some anal thing happening, and she's like, "Why do people do that?" I'm
Why
like,
are you
Rule
showing
34.
her Boku, dude?
Boku no Pico and shit. Speaking of Boku no Pico, Bice, if you're watching this,
he's not.
You're a big ass fan of that shit, and
For
everyone fucking knows it. Dude.
Yeah,
what's that?
You were the guy with the shoes under the fucking.
You don't know
stall.
Boku no Pico? Dude,
I'm save it for your own time, dude.
Chill, dude.
You're
Just
about to
have some lube on the side for yourself, because I know you like Boku no Pico stuff. But I mean,
I am
let's
so
just say
confused.
it's
I'm so confused.
It's like if Jeffrey Epstein created an anime, dude. No,
wait. So it's anime. It's like it's hentai of little girls getting fucked.
Whoa! No, I didn't say that.
That's what Jeffrey Epstein does.
Hey man, so thank you guys for tuning in.
That's what Jeffrey Epstein does.
I'm kidding.
That's all, folks.
That was not at all. It was a horrible.
Play me off, boy.
Yeah,
because I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Boku no Pico is like this fucked up anime.
Just watch it, bro. That's all I can say. Just watch it. But
there's ice cream involved.
So
is it incest?
There's a no. Is it? No, I don't think so. No.
I'm so confused.
It doesn't matter, dude. It's just
I'm naming the things I'm into. There's nothing. I'm just kidding.
Little by little, it's not sounding like something I want to watch, guys.
Yeah, I gotta know now before I get into it.
No, fuck. Never mind. So 4chan, get this.
No,
just to kind of loop it back into the conspiracy realm. It was crazy because there was always like conspiratorial shit on there. Was that your neck? What the fuck?
Wait, can I
do it? Let me get it.
That's
shit.
Oh, let me get it.
Let me get it. This is the top. This is peak of performance, my guys. Podcast culture right here.
ASMR pops. I fucking hate both of you. No, so
I'm pretty sure that's the first time it's ever been done.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Like, yeah, like this whole weird ASMR moment.
Spaghetti sounds.
Shit. I'm gonna go to the restroom before I fucking piss myself.
Hombre, la verga, ¿por qué te vas?
You're right when I was about to bring it back into the scary realm, dude.
Well, give me
the
a second.
scary
Dude. Give me a
hours.
second.
Go. Right, I'll bring it back right now when you come back.
Fucking guys.
Spaghetti sounds.
Spaghetti sounds. So if you guys are just tuning in, we were previously the whole point of this podcast was to announce a new podcast, that's coming soon.
We jumped into fucking memes.
Yeah,
and shit like
meme
that.
culture. We're announcing a new podcast. The main one on the streets of Laredo, a true crime podcast.
A Texas true crime podcast.
A Texas true crime podcast.
It's true.
Produced by Kevin, narrated by Kevin. Coming very soon, and then the live after show.
Yeah.
Buds and
Blood,
Bloods, right?
Which is gonna be me, and Orly, which he fucking left.
Yeah, he went to go the blonde guy.
Yeah, the blonde guy. Co-hosting it basically just to recap what we heard, and in some cases we might actually just touch on
each other.
Boku no Pico style. No, just touch on like other shit that we might like not have, that I wouldn't have time to like kind of put in, because there's like, I can tell you right now, there's like the first episode, like I said, it's filicide. Well, kind of.
Are you, if I may ask, are you breaking episodes into parts, or are you doing one and then
just
next
trying
episode?
to, like the first one, it's because you can only do so much. Honestly, you can do a whole episode on one of
those individual cases. Right?
Yeah, but like it's because I want to add like a local one. Like I first started with one, which was the one about like Zavala and shit.
Yeah.
So I did that one, and I was like, "Fuck! Like this is not long." I did a demo, and I just read through it. Not even read through it. I like added my reactions to it and shit too. I was just like explaining like what would it be. And that shit was barely like, it barely broke like 16 to 17 minutes. I was like, that's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
Right? So I was like, all right, let me add one more case, do one from San Antonio. I added a San Antonio one. It was like 30 to 35 minutes. I'm like, fuck. And then I added Andrea Yates, which I'm pretty sure you maybe know her. She's the one from Houston. Remember that one?
Yes.
Andrea Yates. She's the one that basically said her, like, she drowned her 5 kids. And then
she was La Llorona in real life.
Yeah, dude.
Basically.
The oldest was 10, I think.
About,
and then the youngest was 6 months.
Damn, dog.
Yeah.
And then the devil made her do it and shit like that.
Bro, I'm telling
So,
you, man.
Today I posted a picture of, like, the mom. OT
So that's the one?
No, that's OT.
Okay.
OT's the one from San Antonio. She, like, no spoilers, right? But she fucking killed her baby, in other words.
Whoa.
Fucking horribly. And then some girl commented on it, Margaret. She was like, postpartum depression. I'm like, nah, fam. It's postpartum. You wish it was postpartum depression. This shit's like postpartum psychosis and shit. Like, she's hallucinating, saying that the devil's making her do shit like that.
What if she's not hallucinating, though?
That's
Will
the
you
thing.
entertain the idea
that's
that
what a lot of people
maybe
were like debating on it and shit too? Because I can tell you right now, like, given the past that OT had and shit, Miss Sanchez, she actually had schizophrenia. She was diagnosed with it like way back when. And then Andrea Yates, on the other hand, she just had postpartum depression at her 3rd or 4th child. Yet they still had more children along the way.
So it just piled up.
Yeah, because they were like religious, and as far as I remember, that they said that they were religious. At least the guy was, and he's like, "Oh, we're just gonna have as many babies as humanly possible, as long as many as God,
this pussy.
as many as God wants us to have." And it's fucking insane because it's like
So she had a little Arby's going on. Maybe that's why
Meat mountain, my guy.
meat mountain.
We've got the meats.
Do you got the hunger?
Gross.
And then, you know what that means.
Jesus Christ.
You're a
But
bit
yeah.
nose deep in roast beef, bro?
Yeah, damn, bro.
Not in Andrea Yates, dude.
Whoa.
Fuck that.
Whoa.
But yeah, she.
Check.
But yeah, she's just fucking. That's basically what the first episode's gonna be. Like, it's those on those 3 cases and shit. You can look them up if you want and shit, but I'd rather
Just
not look into it. But yeah, it's just that's basically what it knows. Like, everyone should know about Andrea Yates, or at least know it's that bitch who fucking drowned 5 children.
Yeah,
Said
like you've heard of that. Like,
yeah, I'm
for
pretty
sure.
sure. Yeah, because that's the one that sparked it up. And then there was one that I didn't put in the podcast because it was too simple. Like, there wasn't any calls, there wasn't any like that much documentation on it. It was only
just,
this
like,
chick. Yeah, it was this chick who like ripped off her kid's arms. Like, she dislocated one and managed to rip one.
How the mother?
And then she chopped off the other one. And
Okay,
shit.
all right.
And it was
Oh,
like,
fuck.
it was fucking insane, dude.
You
She
have
had like
gorilla strength or some fucking
yeah,
shit.
Chile, dude. But
Well, like, then again, it's a child's arms.
Dude.
How old was this kid?
dude, it was like young as shit, dude. It was
Because,
like
She
it
fucking
was like
put him in an
she
armbar and
basically
shit?
broke it like how you broke a fucking chicken
When
wing
you
and
bring
shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's like maybe she wasn't maybe not super strong, but she was probably strong, but not super strong. But like, cause like I mean, kids' bodies, bro.
Kids
like,
are stupid, dude.
no, not that. I'm saying like they're not fully developed. They don't have the full like tissue connection and all that shit. They don't have
Yeah,
like
man.
actual working.
So yeah, that
coordination.
was really fucked up and shit. Cause like she just fucking that's the way I read it is that she just fucking snapped one day, woke up and she's like, yeah, I don't want this kid. Boom, and just fucking ripped it off, dude.
Arbor.
That's bad, dude. No,
Dude,
I
you know why we're
laughing
laughing at that? That's fucking horrible.
Dude, I'm watching myself in this live stream. I can't believe I was doing this for so long. I
you,
like
were,
this.
you were like that?
I was like
didn't
this
even notice.
for
Superman style. Just, fucking,
just chilling. Like,
Like-
who sits like that?
I
You,
can't
dude.
find the name on it anymore, but it's basically some chick who just fucking ripped the shit out of her kid's arms. But it was just straightforward and shit. I was just gonna bring it up as like a little cameo, be like, oh yeah, this reminded me of this this one other case.
I met a professional in the psychology field doing Aaron's podcast, Good Set Bro.
Mm-hmm.
His neighbor.
Yeah, his neighbor. He's a fucking interesting fellow. He's a psychotherapist.
Right
Okay.
now, their address is.
Fucking dox him.
Nah, that's not dox him. And
I'm just kidding.
And this is actually very unrelated to children death, thankfully, but it's still creepy. So he's a fucking, get this, he's a psychotherapist but also like has like a pretty religious background.
Okay.
So that's like a weird thing. At one of the conferences that they had here, like with a lot of different psychologists came to like La Posada or whatever.
Yeah.
He and a deacon or I don't know what the fuck, some major Catholic child diddler, JK.
I was like, yes.
Whoa. They were like, they did a presentation on the overlap between like schizophrenic people with like demonic possession symptoms, right?
Yeah.
So it was like very out there in terms of like, this is like a very mainstream, like people are literally just going to present on like established psychological norms or whatever the fuck. So that was very out there. So he was describing his experience in, I guess, like various convalescent homes or just mental facilities in the New England region. And he explained this one encounter that he had with someone where, again, this is like a scientific mind looking at this, right? So believe what you will, although he does have that religious background, I'm not entirely sure that can cloud one's judgment. But if you want to write it off as that, that's fine. I'll accept that. But so, you know, growing up with like the Catholic religion or whatever, he's familiar with how or what symptoms of possession are, right? Like fucking adverse reactions to like holy relics, all this other shit, yada yada yada. This one patient that he was seeing that was schizophrenic was, I don't know if he had like prior knowledge to maybe something going on as far as like possession or whatever, but on one of the sessions that he had, he got like this weird feeling. So he had like a little holy oil type of thing, whatever, on his desk, right? And he put a little bit on his hands, like not even saying anything at all, like just doing it normally, like if he was putting like moisturizer on his hands or something, whatever. And so he goes to shake the patient's hand, and the patient's like, wow, what the fuck, that burns, like out of fucking nowhere. And he, at that point,
their face, he looked like a child Grinch for a second.
Bro, like at that point, he was saying that like he damn near shit himself because he felt like, you know, and this is, he fucking works in that field, so schizophrenic people are not something out of the norm for him, right? He knows how to, he knows what the interactions are like. But he described that at that moment, there was like a different presence there, like something that was palpable, that was like for certain separate from like just psychological fucking psychosis or.
Well, there's whole studies about like if you think it enough you'll fucking manifest. Feel it and shit.
Right.
Which is why a lot of people like if they think they're having a heart attack, you're ultimately. Obviously, that's like a very simple fucking layman way to put it. But like if you go through like the whole stress process of thinking of having like a fucking attack or panic attack and shit, ultimately you can have a heart attack due to that fucking like thought process.
I know, but this is a fucking licensed practicing psychoanalyst, psychotherapist. You know, like I
so
feel
why
like
wouldn't he believe in that?
I feel no. I'm not saying that.
Because God, bro.
I'm not saying that he's like exempt from those things. I'm just saying that he has the cognitive ability, obviously, to comprehend that can happen, and knowing that, he's still saying that it's not that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, there's shit that's out there that's like definitely unexplainable.
No, yeah,
for sure. The power of the unknown,
right? Like
higher power and shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I always tell everyone and shit. They're like, why don't you believe in God and shit? I was like, it's not that I don't believe in God. I
don't believe in organized religion.
I believe in a higher power. That's why I always say like, well, the universe works that way. Right. I like to put it out there that it's the universe because ultimately we're made of what the universe is.
Right. Yeah.
Not to get fucking like what's his name? Neil Diamond.
Sweet Black
Caroline. Pop, pop, pop. No, fucking, I forgot his name, dude.
Black Science Man.
Black Science Man, thank you.
Neil deGrasse.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
The Black Science Man. Jesus Christ.
It's a meme, fucking guys. All right, chill. Goddamn.
But yeah, it's when I fucking found out, like when they taught me that, because they didn't teach me jack shit in fucking middle school. Either that or I was just fucking around the whole time. But when they taught me that,
probably fucking around the whole time.
But when they taught me that shit in like in high school and shit, that was my thought process with everything. It's like everything's connected, both like matter and shit like that. Because you brought up like fucking black matter and shit like that too, and I was like, la verga. So like it just fucking blew my mind when it came to that shit.
Yeah.
But Smoke the Grass Tyson, what the fuck?
Who put that?
Jess?
Who's Jess?
Oh, it's my friend.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Jess. Say hi to Jess.
Hello, Jess.
Was popping.
What poppin'? Smoke the Grass Tyson, dude.
Neil smoked some grass Tyson. I wonder if he's related to Mike Tyson, dude.
No, dude, he's actually related to the guy who makes chicken nuggets.
Tyson.
Tyson. Just Tyson, dude. Oh, fuck,
That's racist.
That was that racist. It's
Chicken.
Chicken nuggets.
Chipkin.
Not Chimkin's Chick-fil-A. Let's all get this straight. Some chicken terminology. Chicken is just chicken. Like what I guess what your mom brings and shit, just fucking boils it and then seasons it later and shit. That's chicken.
By the way, I don't know who cooks like that, but okay.
Dude, a lot of don't you make flautas like that shit? They rip it up afterwards.
You boil
the chicken? You boil the chicken.
You can. That's one way of doing it. Fucking flavorless.
So you can like season it afterwards. That way you don't have to burn the fucking chicken with seasoning.
I think I seen my mom do it.
Anyways.
So, why?
So that's chicken. Kentucky Fried Chicken is also just chicken. But when it comes to Chick-fil-A, dude, it's chimkin.
I have a Chick-fil-A story for today.
CHIMKIN.
So
Chim.
I went to Chick-fil-A like during, I went to Chick-fil-A during work today, or during my lunch today at work, right? And
I wanted to get Chick-fil-A today, but I was like too hungover to get up.
Super
He was trying to make my girlfriend pick him up and shove like she has to go to work, nigga.
Yeah.
Take a lift, bro.
Bro,
it's like the money I'm gonna put in that fucking lift and shit.
Yeah,
food for you, dude.
Oh.
Nah, food for you never worked, dude. The fucking tried so many times.
What is it still running?
It's still happening. I order.
I'm not trying to dog on y'all. If y'all want to advertise on here, holla at me. I'm just saying, get a little bit better.
It probably works if you guys fucking sponsor.
Dude,
yeah,
dude. I just reminded myself on something when we talked because I thought we were talking about Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. Let's go back to there, dude. I'm down to go back there.
Oh no, I forgot.
What the fuck? Speaking of pedophiles, you seen making a murder? God fucking damn it! Why?
Remember?
So yes, I remember.
I'll make a note of it 'cause I'm actually smart enough
the
to
fucking balls of this, like the federal government had, dude. So they finally released official statements on like what happened during Jeffrey Epstein's like death, right?
Right.
They're like, oh, we were understaffed and overworked. The guards, there was 2 guards that's supposed to watch him. One of them was already on their 5th overtime shift.
What?
His 5th overtime that shift.
So wait, did you say understaffed?
Understaffed and they were overworked.
Oh, okay, I heard overstaffed for some reason. I was like, how does that work?
No, so they even say like in some, these are federal prisons because he was holding in a federal prison.
Right, in New York. In New York City, in a federal prison.
In a federal prison.
High value target, dude.
They were in a federal government prison, and they said like, oh, sometimes we even ask inmates to watch other inmates when they're like capable of suicide or some shit like that.
Hey, you probably murdered someone, right? Keep an eye on that fucker. He wants to kill himself.
These are
let him do it.
5 facts surrounding Jeffrey Epstein's death.
5 facts.
Hold on, before. Okay, so like that they released that statement, right? And they said we should like if you guys could provide more funding for we can get more people on here. They're like, so you say a high fucking quality target that's like important as fuck right now. You're like, oh, sorry, but can we have money because like so we can fix that problem? Like that's literally what the fuck they did. The fucking balls in order to shovel this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you do me a flavor?
This was America, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. That can just
be
forgiven.
Rates. Can you turn that light slightly more towards me?
You?
Yeah.
Why?
I have like a hard shot on me. That's all.
Yeah, he does.
This is on the fly. Right here.
On the fly DUI.
Right there. That's good. I don't know if that's good or not, but that should be all right. What do you think? Does it make a difference? I feel like it does. That's just. Anyways, I'm sorry. So that's that's fucking wild.
Actually.
And if you guys want to know like 5 things that are out there that are like I guess quote unquote facts, if you want to call them, because they're part of the mainstream narrative. Let's get the first thing. He attempted suicide 2 weeks before he actually died, right? Quote unquote attempted suicide.
Yes.
They placed him on suicide watch. And then for some reason, they were like, oh, you know what? Never mind. Let's not put you on suicide watch. So he was taken off. Then the cell he was in.
God damn it.
After like a week, something short, something ridiculous like that.
After 20 minutes, you're like, nah, you're good,
Nah, you're good, bro. bro.
They just asked him, do you really want to kill yourself? Nah. It's like, all right.
You good, bro?
You good?
He's just in the corner like, cool, all right. Yeah.
So
That's fucking hilarious.
the surveillance equipment, the cameras, whatever, inside of the cell that he was in when he committed suicide, stopped working.
Yeah.
For some reason. Right? Now, even though that this motherfucker has like, which is like to the point that you brought up, this is like number 3. Even though he has possibly like information on a bunch of fucking crazy shit, the week previous to that, when the shootings happened, there some big ass names got dropped, like fucking
Clintons and shit like that.
I don't know about Clinton. Well, yeah, because like the flight manifest and everything, but like some sultans from the Middle East, Prince, whatever the
Prince
fuck.
Andrew, Duke of York.
There you go,
resigned.
Duke of York. All those motherfuckers dropped,
resigned,
right,
bro?
And then
You're no longer the Duke.
Yeah, and so knowing that this dude has like crazy information, there's even an island that everyone's calling Pedophile Island.
Did you
hear about the Naomi Campbell thing?
What the fuck?
Naomi Campbell?
No. Why?
She's part of it. She's.
You didn't know it?
No.
Yeah, dude.
Give it to me.
She has her own private island. All right, it's Naomi Campbell. Not to be a dick, but like she's just a fashion model.
Right. Yeah.
She has her own private island, and it's in the shape of like the fucking eye from Pyramid Times.
Oh, the all-seeing eye.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Okay.
Like it's the shape of her island.
That's fucking.
And then they have connection that she would have. She was one of the islands to stop so you can arrest her or something like that for the
Like
sex
a pit
trafficking,
stop,
like a pit stop.
What the
like
fuck?
For the sex trafficking stuff. And like, there's been multiple reports that like, they'll host like big parties on like on her yacht, and it was like to sell off the girls and shit.
That's fucking insane.
So yeah, Naomi Campbell's connected to it. Did you hear about the?
There's something in Italy going on too. Another island off of the coast, in the
Stanley
Mediterranean.
Kubrick thing.
Fuck.
Oh, the Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
What I mean, bring it up.
Yeah, dude, that one tripped me out. I didn't know that one at all. And
What?
then when I saw
what? How's it? Where's the connection? I'm not seeing it.
Or
just the movie was crazy.
No.
I mean, the movie was fucking insane.
Great movie, by the way.
I forgot the actress's name, but she was saying that
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
She was like Stanley Kubrick always tell
Hot
her.
as fuck, by the way.
He would always talk to her, right?
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick always talked to her, and he would tell her like fucked up shit, like, oh, the fucking world's run by pedophiles. Like the richest people that run Hollywood are just a bunch of pedophiles.
Oh shit! Are you ready for some craziness?
And then so like he's like he kept on telling her like he was like basically a crazy man, like spitting all this shit to her, saying that I followed and I got into those like cults and shit, like those pedophile rings, like, and he would like observe all that shit, and that's why he decided to make the movie Eyes Wide Shut.
Great
and
movie.
then,
please watch it if you have not.
And then that like it was his last movie because he died.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Also, so just a quick brief background on Stanley Kubrick. He had like a fucking triple-digit IQ score. Would do like high-level mathematics problems for fucking fun. Supposedly, he was the one that staged the fake moon landing transmissions broadcast that everyone saw. He was the one that like directed them and everything. And he put quote unquote. This is a documentary on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there. There's a creepy one about The Shining, where he included like a bunch of hints as to
the point where even the kid was wearing the Apollo 13.
Yeah, like the shirt and everything.
What the
fuck?
sweater
with like the rocket, Apollo 13.
Yeah, there's a bunch of references. A really good. It's a really good documentary, and the name of it is called Room Something. It's the room where the old lady chick.
Oh no!
Oh, is it time?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's wrap up with this real quick. So it's crazy that you bring that up because I saw. Remember when Dave Chappelle dropped the special that had the one where he's sitting on the
Netflix?
Austin
yeah. So the in the second part of it where he does like this weird analogy where he talks about the pimp and the hoe and how the pimp tricks her into like keep going on
that's
shit.
a good book, by the way.
Right. Yeah. The fucking Iceberg Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so he makes like this weird reference to like when he talks about the whole Me Too thing or whatever, and he was like, he says something along the lines like, what if that's not like the weirdest thing or the craziest thing that's going on around here or whatever? And essentially insinuating in some weird way, this is me like connecting dots that may not be there, and also just this other crazy video that I saw that has that shit.
Yeah.
To where he may be insinuating also the same thing about like the whole pedophile thing, potentially like the mock sacrifice shit and all that.
Yeah.
In that joke, or like it's not even that part of the special is not even like so much of a joke as it is like him explaining to everyone what happened when he left to Africa. And so yeah, I'll leave you all with that. I've talked about it once before. I'll put that video in the link if you guys want to watch it, see for yourselves. But anyways, on the streets of Laredo, and
Buds and
Bloods coming very, very soon. Follow it on Instagram, on the streets of Laredo.
I have no control over Instagram account because I fuck up.
Did you forget the password?
No, he never gave it to me because I was like, I don't think he trusts me.
Well, anyways, yeah, you guys have it.
I'll give it to you.
We'll
just put a bunch of like true crime memes on that one.
Okay.
Just make it a meme account.
Okay.
And just be like, oh,
Claw and Order stuff.
Yes.
All right, man. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Cheers.
Oh shit. Okay, now we're good.